Alright, so I thought it was about time I actually did a commentary and I actually talked over some of these gameplays. What I was thinking about talking today is if there is going to be a new Rugby League Live 3 or would it be a Rugby League 4, what I'd actually like to see in the new game. Things like what I didn't quite like in Rugby League Live 2, and then things that I think could be improved or even got rid of, and then just new things I'd like to see in the new game. The game in the background, it's Canberra versus St George. Canberra, I do really well with Canberra for some reason on this game. I don't quite know why. I do better with Canberra than I do with most other teams. I don't know why. They don't really have any standout players. I think the wingers are very good, and I think that helps. But anyway, back to the topic. Rugby League Live 3. Well, as of me recording this video, which is Easter Monday, from what I can gather, there's nothing in the pipeline for it. Nothing that they've made available online to suggest that something is coming up. I'm sure they must do something, because I think it sells relatively well, especially when you consider the price. There's a market, there's a niche market there for people who want to play rugby league games, whether it's in Australia, New Zealand, or over here in the UK. The people do want to play them. So the things I'd like, well, I'd like to see it on the next gen console. I'd like to see it on either Xbox One or PS4, just to keep with the times. And the graphics on Rugby League Live 2, they're not that bad, to be honest. And I think they could sharpen things up, and I think that'll look really good. I mean, I'm not expecting EA Sports standard, animation and graphics. I don't think any of us do. I don't think the money that EA puts into their games is unbelievable, and the FIFA and the NFL and the NBAs and stuff. It's not going to happen in Rugby League Live 3, but saying that, it's not that bad. Rugby League Live 2 graphics are not that shabby. They're not that bad. Obviously, go for the next gen. They could maybe sharpen things up a bit more, make it even look a little bit better. Things Rugby League Live 2. I'm going to have to say it. The interceptions are just they're just a pain in the ass. I don't know why it happens. You see, if you shift the ball out twice out wide, there's a good chance it's going to get picked off. And when they do intercept you, can't catch them. They just charge off, and you can't get near them. It's really frustrating to me. I mean, I've lost games because of it. When you're attacking down their line, and you can pass the ball from the play the ball when you're near their line, and they'll intercept it from the actual dummy half. It's just a pain in the arse. I mean, I don't know how you'd fix that. It just seems that the opposition players are always charging up on the line. Substitutions. Now, when you make a sub, this is a good try. This straight from the scrum. You don't see scrum players often. Substitutions. When you make a sub, you've got to wait for a break in play, i.e. the ball. If you score a try, the ball goes dead, or penalty, or half time until they can come on. Now, again, I guess this is some coding thing that'd be, well, I don't know if it'd be hard to do or easy to do, but it's one of the things that's annoying, because if there's no break in play, then sometimes you just can't get sub on. You have to wait for the break in play. Now, in real life, in real rugby, subs can come on when you've got the ball. So you can't make a substitution when you're in defence, I don't think. I don't even think that'd be wise to do anyway, because you're going to be down a man. So, I mean, when you've got the ball, I think subs should be able to come on. Again, I don't know whether that's just some coding issue where it has to actually tell the program to make the change, and you just can't do it. I don't know, but it'd be something I'd like to see. A bit of one with the tackling. You can, especially when the player goes and he's either near the line or over the line, you should be able to commit more players in there into the tackle to actually try and stop him. I mean, they can get near line or over the line, and your fullback, for example, will make the tackle, and you will have players charging in, but they can't make the tackle, and you know the other guy normally scores. You normally be able to get the ball down unless you've got a really strong fullback who can hold him up. But I think if you've got players in the area, that they should be able to make, or you know, help in the tackle and maybe push the guy back or hold him up or do whatever. It seems, you know, it's another thing that's just frustrating when they're over the line. And there's another one that's just happened there. Scott defending kicks. It's sometimes, man, I don't know what my player did there. He kind of ran away from it. But as with, I mean, I've had games where the opposition, is that even up? It's close, actually on the line. Where I've had games where I've actually lost because of interceptions and them kicking, and that's it. Just put the high ball in, and I can't defend it. I find it very difficult to defend. I don't know if anyone else has got a really solid way of doing it. I just kind of try and get a man under there, and I think I press the I think it's the Y. I think I press the Y button. Now I'm playing this on the Xbox 360, of course. I think on the PS3 it'd be the triangle button. I think, could be wrong, but I just kind of try and get a man under there and press that button and hope for the best. It catches it. Sometimes I do, but then other times, like that geezer, they just ran away from it, and they never seem to knock on either, which is strange. So things I like to see added. I like to be able to call a play when you're in attack. I know in Madden you can call players on the fly, and you can obviously make people move around. It'd be a bit different than that, but if there's a way you could either, I don't know, hold down one of the buttons when you at the play the ball on an L2 or something like that, and it'll give up a little menu, and you can kind of have your halfback or your standoff call a specific play. Now they could call like a drop off or a wedge or dummy runner. I mean, you've got four buttons there on the pad. Or you could hold down like a left trigger on L2 or something to bring this menu up, and then you've got these 4 options. So like I say, you could have what did I say? A drop off, a dummy runner. You could have a wedge. You know, you could even call, I don't know, a little chip through, so you could have your fullback or a speedy player charging on when you kick the ball through. I think that'd be a really nice touch, and that'd be something I'd like to see. I think it brings something more to the game, and a bit more, you know, when you can actually call things on the fly, and if you can see something in the field, and you know, you can do something like that instead of just kind of doing what we do here, or what I do anyway, which is, you know, charge the ball up a few times and just do a little pass on and try and break through with a handoffs. The handoffs are obviously really overpowered on this game. I mean, look at, I don't know if he scores here, I don't know if he catches him, he's past it. But handoff is really difficult to defend against, especially if you're a weaker team and you're playing a top team. They'll just hand off straight through, and you can't tackle them. Other thing, I think I like to be able to dump players in the tackle. You could, you know, when you get a couple of guys in the tackle, you can press a button, you can pick them up and chuck them down, kind of thing. Obviously, no spear tackles unless they want to bring that in, and I mean, you get penalty for it. But, you know, a bit of dirty play. But just to be able to pick them up and dump them on the back, perhaps they'll, you know, chance they might lose the ball. And that's another thing. You never really see players lose the ball in a tackle. I know you can strip the ball every now and then, but I mean, if you can put a, you know, I think it happens if you put a shoulder charge in every now and then. If you get a couple of players and get a good strong tackle, you can pick them up and dump on the back. If the ball squeezes out, I think you should be able to. I think else should be able to have that as a knock on. I mean, that'd be nice. The international teams now. Obviously, I think on this one, Rugby League Live 2, there's England, New Zealand and Australia, and I think that's it. Now, obviously I'd like to see more international teams, but they do bring out the World Cup editions, which I think is a bit it's a bit cheeky, really. I mean, that is just purely a money-making, you know, just a pure way to make some money, like an extra £40 or 40 quid the charge or whatever, and it's the same. Essentially, it's the same game. It's the same game engine. You just got international teams. Now, I personally, I won't pay for that. I'm not having that. It's just, I think it's just pretty ridiculous. I think there should be. I think it should all be in the game. I think you should have all international teams to choose from, and I think that should be it. Especially for like Rugby League Live 2, which cost me 50 odd quid. I think probably north of £50. It is. I've had it. Well, I mean, I've had good use of it, but for that kind of money, and it's not. You know, like it is good, but it's not an EA quality game. I think you should be able to have all the teams in there. Oh, but they had the good thing where they had the lower leagues. That was a nice touch. I thought that was very good of them to do that and get some of these players from the Championship and from the reserve grades in Australia in and things like that. I think that was very good. At the moment, that's all I can really think of. I know I've rambled on for a good 11 minutes. There's still a couple of minutes left of this gameplay, so I think I'm going to call it quits here, and I'll just leave the game running along if you wanna carry on watching it. I don't think I score again. I think I maybe have one more try left, and that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching. First time, so go easy on me. Don't abuse me too much. I know what you guys like on the internet. It's a pretty dangerous place out there. It's a bit wild westy. So anyway, yeah, first try. Think I've done all right. I'll have to try and think of something else now. Something else to talk about next time. All right, cheers, lads. See you later. Bye.
Berrigan with an offload. Robinson taken in the tackle, but he's made some good meters. Thompson, Ferguson, Papali, and collected in that tackle. On tackle number 4, Croker. Dugan says, out of my way, brother. He puts a chip in. He's well positioned to take that kick. A textbook tackle. There's tackle 1. Scott evades that tackle. Full time is the call. Gus, match is over. What did you think?
The Raiders have picked up the win this afternoon. A solid display of rugby league here and have come away with a very good victory.
Well, Gus, it's time to say ta-ta, and we will be back next time with more Rugby League.